How's it going, everyone? This is Justin with Lights Over Loveland, and today I'm doing another hike. So this is Sullivan Gulch in the Big Thompson Canyon. This is the parking lot. It's a quick U-turn right off the road, and there's only about 4 spaces, but it's one of my new favorite hikes. I love how close it is. It's only a 30-minute drive. It's a short one. There's plenty of shade on the way up, and my goal is to come disperse camp out here one night to do some stargazing. So let's go check out the trail, and I can't wait to see what today brings. Okay, we're just a little bit down the trail, but there's this, it looks like you continue straight up that hill, but the trail is actually to the right, and you go this way. Today I decided I want to go on a hike, and there's a certain reason why I wanted to go hiking today. So yesterday I did a mushroom journey. Today I want to talk about some of those things that came to me during that experience. And also, I just love hiking after anytime I have an experience like that. It's a great way to process and try to start integrating some of the things throughout that whole experience, because a lot happens in a very short amount of time, and it's amazing how quickly it starts leaving you once you're out of that experience. I'm not a person who gets crazy visuals. I've heard so many stories about people throwing up rainbows and stuff like that, but I go into it with the intention to expand, to gain knowledge, to connect to God and my higher self. So yeah, that's basically what happens in each experience. I just feel so connected to everything in the entire universe, this reality, this dimension. I don't know how big the scope of it is, but just knowing that everything is connected. And I had this really interesting thought, and I was trying to think back to like being in the womb before you're born. You have no idea about the journey of life that's about to unfold for you. You're just growing in this dark, warm place, and that's all you know. And then all of a sudden, you're birthed out into this crazy, intense, overwhelming world. And it made me think, like, you didn't know there was a different world out there outside the womb when you were being born. Like, you may have like been picking up sounds or anything like that, but being able to experience all of this is crazy. And it got me thinking, like, what if this life is just another womb? Like, we're just surrounded by these thin veils that when it's time for the next evolution or a level up, progression, the next phase of your existence, when physical death comes, who's to say there's not just something even more awe-inspiring and beautiful than Earth, which Earth is beautiful. So if there's something more beautiful than that, you know, that's something I'm excited to find out at some point in the future. It's also just depends on your beliefs, but if you believe in reincarnation, then this is just one of many lives. And I've been to that place after and before multiple times. So I think this is all just to gain experience. This is to learn lessons. And I think we can create our own realities. I think we create a lot of resistance for ourselves in our daily lives. And when you stop creating resistance and you just let go and let how everything's going to unfold, it's beautiful. Things will happen that you never even thought could happen or were possible. So open your heart and you'll never know what can happen for you. Wow. There's a deer right up there behind me. Wow. Hello. What are the odds? 2 hikes in a row? Get this close to a deer? Maybe have a great rest of your day. Okay, I don't know what's going on lately, but apparently my spirit animal are deer right now, because that's 2 hikes in a row where I've gotten very close to a deer now. Wow. Feels so good to just get out. And the fact that I could have a 5-gram mushroom journey yesterday, and then I can come out and do a hike, no problem, the following day. It's so insane to me that we make these things illegal. It's nature. Why are we making nature illegal? But we also sell mushrooms at the store, so you can buy these mushrooms, but you can't buy these mushrooms because they'll expand your mind and realize that the way that modern society is being run is not how we're supposed to live on this planet. We're so far removed and out of touch. They make you realize that we're all in this together. Whereas on the news, they're trying to drive us into hating each other with fear and war and all these different things that don't benefit society at all. It's time to end the needless destruction of people's lives. It's time for humans to grow up, honestly, is what it is. Let's start making some compromises so we can benefit everyone on this planet, not just the few. I'm gonna have to look up later what a deer represents, because it's got to be significant that I saw 2 that close within a week of each other, out hiking both times in the middle of the day. And I set the intention before I started this hike too. When I was driving out here, I was asking for the universe to please send me some signs, and if they could please make my hike magical, which has already happened. So yet again, just ask. You ask for the things that you really want that will bring you joy. And don't be like, ask for selfish, greedy things. Ask for things that will fill you up inside so you can give back. It's so much easier to do things to give back and help people when you're in the right mind state. When your cup's overflowing, it's much easier to pour some out in someone else's. And for me, that's what hiking does. And not just hiking, lots of things. I love BMX, skateboarding. I like doing art. And all these things do get me into the flow state so I can clear my mind and I can think about things differently. I get out of those thought loops that keep you stuck, and I break free. And once you break free, you can analyze the thoughts a little bit differently. Like you're removed from them at that moment. You can analyze and be like, is this serving me? Is this gonna help me accomplish what I need to do to stop this stress in my life? And the answer is more than likely no. So just do whatever is going to bring you the most joy and fulfillment in life, because you're not only raising your vibrations, but we're all frequencies and we all resonate together. So when you're in a good mood, the people around you are going to be in good moods, which is going to spread like wildfire to all the people around. It's just something simple that we can all do. Just do your passion each day, a little bit at a time, just working towards yourself, doing the things that you really want to do. Set a timer if you have to. Give yourself 30 minutes. You can make 30 minutes out of your day. Stop scrolling on your phone, stop watching TV, whatever. Let's make it happen. We're getting close to the top. Just taking another breather real quick. And I do want to say, for psychedelics in general, but I feel like they help you rediscover your imagination too. I think life has a habit of like beating things out of us from all the stress and work and jobs and money. And I was able to, whatever I thought in my mind, I could visualize, and then it would create that in my mind, and it would like branch out, spiraling forever. And it made me realize our thoughts and the things that we say and do, they don't go nowhere, they go somewhere. We may not be able to see them, but that energy is sent out into all the energy of, you know, this dimension or beyond, I don't know. But I have a really hard time imagining anything in my head most of the time, and I was able to create basically whatever I wanted yesterday. And I will say, I don't believe psychedelics are for everyone. I think you have to be in the right mind state. I've already faced a lot of my demons. I've accepted them, I've moved on. I am very happy with where I am at right now. So when I go into these experiences, it's to expand and see what kind of knowledge I can bring back. Whereas someone who, you know, may have like some demons that they're not ready to face yet, it's going to make you face those. And if you can't handle it, that's when people have bad trips. But I don't think there's such thing as a bad trip either. I think they're all just experiences. And what that experience, while being scary, is teaching you a lot. It's teaching about the things that you're not ready to face. It's teaching you where the problems lie. And another big problem people have is integration. They think they can just have this experience, or that they're just gonna party and do it. Well, usually I think the medicine is gonna show you what you need at that moment, and it may not be what you want. And if you're trying to just do this to party and have a good time, you know, it may turn into a bad time to teach you a lesson. So intentions, dosage is huge too. A lot of people don't even know what they're taking, which is a problem with it being illegal. Luckily for myself, I live in Colorado, where it is 100% legal for me to grow them, consume them, share them. I just can't sell them, which is another reason why I think my experience is so much more spiritual and connected like this, because I grew these myself. I took the time, I took care of them, I made sure they survived. I harvested them, I dried them out, I did the whole thing myself. And I think that taught me a lot about patience and just trusting the process, because there's so many times where you're like, am I doing the right thing? Oh no, is it going wrong? Oh, but you just gotta have faith that it's gonna work out. And if it doesn't work out, you gotta take it as a learning experience and try again. And now I use these medicines as a tool to see what's possible? I have those big questions too. I'm trying to find answers, and I'm a seeker and an explorer. If I want to know something, I'm going to do everything in my power to figure it out. Psychedelics in general got a bad rap. They got labeled as drugs, which I think is the incorrect term. They should be labeled as medicine, plant medicine. These grow from the earth, they're natural. Yet we sell poison on the shelves of supermarkets and liquor stores for everyone to consume as much as they want, to the point where they can poison themselves and die, drive drunk, and it's just not good. You know, I have such a respect for the mushrooms that I'm not gonna abuse them. They don't really let you abuse them either. But it's something I do once every, 4 months or so. You have to have time set aside to do it, which is another big thing. Like yesterday, I had nothing, so I had plenty of time. Today, I didn't have to do anything besides take the dog to the vet in the morning. I did that real quick, and I wanted to get out in nature and hike, because I feel like hiking and getting out, or you don't even have to hike, just get out after you have a treatment and let it soak in. It takes so much time to integrate everything you go through. It's not something that's just done right when the experience is over. This is something that over the next 4 weeks or so, pieces are going to start clicking back into my head, like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about this. And it's just such a beautiful experience that I think shouldn't be kept away from the world. And honestly, I think if more people had these experiences, we would get that shift, and the world would become a much better place so fast, because we'd realize that we're doing this wrong. It makes me so upset that they're keeping these medicines away from people. There's these things that we can grow from the ground that are medicine for the mind. Made it to the top where it splits in 2 different directions. So, yeah, beautiful. So, the way behind me is where I normally go, so I'm gonna actually go the other way, because that's where I think some really good camping spots are gonna be at. And it's really wide open. So let's go check it out.